If you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. I need you to stop waiting for people to support you to get started. I need you to expect for the closest people in your life to not support you, because they won't. And it's hard for small-minded people to be able to literally comprehend or even believe that your dream that seems so big to them, that seems almost impossible, could actually come to fruition. Not everybody is meant to be able to comprehend the same vision that God has given you. If I waited for my friends to start supporting me on social media, I would have never started. Because the truth is, people only like to support others once they're up. They only want to be a part of something once it's already big and out there and influential. And that's the thing. That's why you're different. That's why you're watching this. You're not a follower. You're a leader. And so step into that leadership and stop waiting for others to sit there and understand the gift that they don't have. I need you to stop waiting for the right time, because there is never a right time when you're getting started on something as big as a business, as big as a new career. It's never gonna feel right when you're stepping into entrepreneurship, because you have to be crazy. You literally have to be so delusional to think that you are gonna be able to make it through some of the hardest times of your life for years on end. You gotta be crazy. The reason why God doesn't tell us what we're gonna go through is because if we knew what we had to go through to get to the desired outcome, we would never fall through with it. You see, security doesn't start from the beginning. Security comes from building and learning to believe in yourself and proving to yourself that your word means something and you can hold yourself accountable and you can show up even when things get hard. That's when security comes. But you see, that doesn't mean it's not from God. In fact, I believe that if your goal is tangible without the help of God, then it's not from Him at all. And it's honestly too small. Sometimes you have to walk alone first. You have to be the first person to walk out in faith and show others the fruit of your labor before any of them decide to follow you. But that's why God entrusted you with the vision. That's why you're the one with the opportunity. Now it's your time to take it. All you need is belief in yourself and belief in what God has called you to. Which leads me to my third thing. You want to know the difference between people that burn out and the people that actually have breakthrough? The people that have breakthrough in place systems. You see, you don't need motivation all the time. You really don't. What you need is discipline and you need structure. I mean, morning routines, calendar blocks, discipline, boundaries. Oh my gosh, I can't even stress that enough. Boundaries, values, morals, quiet times, but really systems. Because the systems are what set you up and keep you running on a daily basis when your feelings and your emotions want to tell you to stop. Now, let me give you some examples of systems, because I know you're like, girl, what the heck do you mean by systems? When I say systems, I mean routines. Routines that don't fold or bend when you don't feel like it. For example, when I first started my sales job, I got up every single morning at 7:30. Whether I felt like it or not, whether I had something to do at 7:30 or not, I woke up at 7:30 and I got in the right mindset. I had my time to make my phone calls from 10 a.m. And then after 10 a.m. I had my first appointment, and I would have appointments throughout the day until maybe 7. And then until after 7, I would do my filing work, and then I would go to the gym, and then I would go home. I needed to schedule 15 appointments based on my closing ratio at the time, which was, 70%. If I scheduled 15 appointments, I was able to hit my weekly commission goal. And based on my weekly commission goal, I could touch my $100,000. Scaling from there, obviously what you're gonna do to make $1 million isn't what you're gonna do to make $100,000, and that's gonna take another system in itself. When you aren't hitting your commission goal, when you're losing your momentum, you can sit back and look at your system on where it's not working, where you're not following through on it, and then you can go back. When you have no real strategy on how you are gonna get to the place you are trying to go, good luck, because your emotions will beat you up. Life happens. There's gonna be breakups, deaths in the family, somebody's gonna piss you off, your health is gonna worsen, and if you do not have a system in place, your emotions will crush you. At the end of the day, you get better at managing your emotions, but as you're learning, systems keep you in line. I don't care what your skill is. I don't care if you are making t-shirts or you are selling financial products worth millions of dollars. You need structure and a system for how you are going to execute that. And you need to follow it over and over and over and over again until you've mastered it and you've perfected it. I feel like this next one isn't really a big problem for women most of the time, maybe more of a problem for men, but I mean, this was something that I had to get over, which was losing your ego. The version of you that's going to win is the version of you that is not trying to prove yourself to anybody. It's the one that's going to humble themselves enough to ask for help, to be a sponge, to learn, to educate themselves, to make mistakes, and to even fully start over if they need to. Ego says, oh, I should be further than this. Wisdom says, I'm right where I need to be, and I'm learning in every circumstance that I'm in at all times. There's always something you can take from everything that you experience. This one really hits home because I've had some new people join my team recently, and I just think that people thought it was gonna be easy. And I know sometimes you can look at other entrepreneurs and be like, well, I'm smarter than them. Well, I'm more than capable of doing that too. And that's great. And I want you to have that mindset, but I need you to realize that that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. And you see, it's not necessarily a problem that it's hard. I feel like that's such an American thing to associate hard with bad. Okay, having something challenge you and shape you and build you character is not a bad thing, but you have to be ready for that, because there is so much emotional hardship that comes from constantly getting rejected, things constantly not going your way, feeling like you're dumb, feeling like you don't know what you're doing. That's hard. Hard is saying yes even when you don't know what the outcome is. Hard is failing in front of everybody. Hard is having to sacrifice your time and energy with your friends and family, maybe even sacrificing a little bit of your health to make sure that you can walk in what God has called you to. Here's the thing. If God calls you to something, the enemy will always come try and destroy his plans. And that should be expected. At this point, if the enemy isn't coming after you, if people aren't slandering your name, if people aren't trying to bring you down, if there are obstacles coming into your way, then your plan is probably not from God. Which leads me to my next thing. I need you to stop worrying. You see, worrying drains your energy before you've even started. And entrepreneurship is all about an exchange of energy, especially sales. If you are going to believe in fear, then why not give faith the same energy? Having faith and having fear are both different versions of believing in something that you can't see. And that's what I mean by you gotta be a little crazy to take the faith route. Hear me out. You cannot carry the weight of what is coming next and what is now. That was never your job. Just be obedient in the now. Work with what you have right now. Okay, this one is probably my favorite though. Stop making excuses. Please. If you give me an excuse, I will give you the solution every single time. Excuses feel valid in the moment, but they literally steal your momentum every single time. There is always a reason to not show up, but there is always a reason to choose to show up. So I need you to remember your reason. And really, this is where it all comes together. You have to know why success matters to you. It can't be for validation. It will never be enough. It can't be for the way that people are gonna look at you. It has to be because of a reason that makes you cry, honestly. If it doesn't make you cry, it's not gonna work out. Maybe it's because you wanna take care of your family. Maybe it's because you want to get your time back. You want to spend more time with your family. You want to have more peace. For me, I have a very clear vision of what I want my life to look like. You know, I want to be able to spend as much time with my family, in ministry, with my friends. I want to spend time with the people I love. I don't want to be stuck working a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life, trying to go live out my life once I'm 75 and I'm unhealthy. This reason, whatever your reason is, and that's one thing that I need you to ask yourself, but this reason that you have is your anchor. And when you're tired, or when you feel invisible, or when you are so discouraged, your vision is what keeps you going. It's a reminder. But you know, I'm not here to yell at you. I'm just here to remind you that you are capable, you are called, and everything that you need to succeed is already inside of you. But it will not come to life unless you do. So don't wait, start today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe, and follow me on the socials below. If you are interested in joining my free community of women who are interested in entrepreneurship, Comment down below sew and sell and I will send you the link. Thank you for watching. Bye.